naman, hindi po yan nagdi-deform. Okay? Mas mahirap actually kapag nagdi-deform kasi mas nagiging malala yung damage. Pag hindi yan nag-deform, meron din tendency na tumagos yan. Pero pag nag-deform yan, ayun nga, may tendency yan na mag-stay and mag-cause pa ng damage. Other bullet fragments may cause further injury to the body. The tracer bullet is inflamed during its flight. Okay, ito pa, yung tracer bullet naman is umaapoy habang nasa air and may cause burn upon hitting the body. Hindi lang po, yung mga tracer bullet po, yun nga po yung mga bullet na umaapoy during its flight. And in addition to the destruction of the tissue, it will also cause burning, no, which is masanit-sanit. And this bullet is also used in targeting low-flying airplane. No, hollow point and dum-dum bullets. Ito, nabanggit ko na to if I'm not mistaken. Dum-dum bullets naman po yung itsura ganito. Medyo mas malala to pag sinearch nyo, ganyan ang itsura ng dum-dum bullets. Pag tumama sa yung bubuka pa yan, yung punit na nga mas mapupunit pa. Pati yung soft point bullet. Yung soft point bullet po, yung makikita nyo yung mga bullet na, halimbawa ganyan. Pero dito, iba ang kulay, dulo. Kasi they are made with another metal which is softer. Na kapag ka naproducean ng heat galing dun sa firing, no, pag mainit ang metal, malambot. Kapag tumama yan ng mainit pa sa'yo, nagbabaga pa, magi-spread pa yan or magdi-deform ang bullet. Next, ano pang nakaka-apekto? Range of fire. Okay. Siyempre, yung layo kung saan ka binaril, may epekto sa kung anong klaseng sugat ka magkakaroon. The injury not only due to the missile, but missile actually tinuturo dito is the bullet. Pati pag missile ang tumama sa'yo, wasak ka talaga. Due to the pressure of the heated and expanded gas, flame, and particles of gunpowder. However, in long-range fire, the characteristic effect of a bullet alone will produce the injury. Okay, pag malapitan, nagkakaroon po ng muzzle pattern. Okay, ano nga po ulit yung muzzle? Yung muzzle, yung the tip of the firearm. No? Drawing. Okay, kapag yan, dinikit yan bago paputukin dahil mainit ang muzzle niyan, no? Lalo na kapag ilang beses na nagamit, nagkakaroon po ng muzzle pattern. Yan, observe siya commonly sa suicide cases kung saan dinidikit po yung firearm sa part ng body. The whole charge, projectile, wads of any smoke, unburnt or semi-burnt powder particles and hot gases. Ayan din po yun. Yung sabi nga natin, ang gunshot residue or ang gunpowders kapag pinatok mo ang baril, hindi po lahat nagko-combust. Therefore, yung iba ng mga tiny particles na hindi nag-combust, once na mag-hit po yan sa inyong balat, either mag-stick po yan o mag-black yan, or while they are currently burning, didikit sila sa inyo, which causes burn, no, skin burns. Okay? No burning, blackening, and tattooing are observed. Instead, they observed inside the hole. Okay? Etong blackening, kapag halimbawa, ito yung sugat, meron ba ako ng picture niyan? Currently wala. So, baka rin tong video kapag naglagay tayo ng picture niya. So, i-search niyo yan, blackening and tattooing. Observe. Tattooing yung parang tinatuan ka dahil dun sa pagka-black nung dahil dun sa bakat ng muzzle. No, or dun sa loob. Kapag ka muzzle pattern, pag dikit yan, walang blackening and tattooing. Nakita. Pero sa loob ng sugat, makikita mo yan. Instead, they are observed inside the hole through careful examination. The edges are found rugged, torn in star shape. Yung edges ng pinaputukan, medyo punit-punit siya na. Tapos dito sa loob mo makikita yung blackening and tattooing. Scorching. Caused by flame or hot gases, not by the hot particles, as is commonly believed. It is also known as burning or charring. Ito na yun. Hindi po dahil yan sa hot projectiles. Common misconception. Cause daw yan ng hot projectiles kasi mainit. No. The gunpowder. No, the gunpowder na hindi nga po nag-combust or currently pa lang pong nagko-combust habang nasa labas na kasi napaputok na is nagkukos pa rin po ng burning sa tissues. Okay, next, blackening. Blackening caused by the deposition of smoke particles by all types of powders at a close range. Being light particles, they soon lose their velocity and get deposited on any material available in the path. Okay? Ayun nga, dahil yung smoke particles, once na lumabas na po yung bullet in sa muzzle, no, nag-i-spread out na kasi yan. Pag kukumalat yan, or naduta dun sa target, pag nag-land siya dun sa target, nagkukos po ng blackening. Next, tattooing, also known as peppering, caused by the embedding of unburnt and semi-burnt powder particles into the surface of the target. These particles are slightly heavier than the smoke particles. They retain motion to somewhat longer intervals and consequently cause tattooing to a distance of about 1.5 times blackening range. Okay. Nga po, bukod sa sa blackening, merong tattooing. Sa tattooing daw po, sa blackening, smoke particles. Sa tattooing, gunpowder particles. Okay. Ito na yan, burnt or semi-burnt gunpowder particles. Linawin natin ang difference. Ulitin natin, blackening, smoke particles ang may cause. Tattooing, gunpowder particles ang may cause. Bukod sa range of fire, meron din pong direction of fire. Of course, depende rin po ang magiging wound sa direksyon kung paano ka binaril, kung tagilid ba yung baril, no? Kung gangster bumaray, o kaya tinutok sa'yo mismo yung baril. The direction of the fire, right angle approach of the bullet will produce a round shape of the bullet kapag ka naka right angle. So, ito yung right angle. Nakatutok sa'yo. Halimbawa, ito yung laman mo, ito yung direksyon ng baril. Magkukos siya ng round shape wound. While an acute angle po is ganyan. Baka nakakalimutan yung geometry nyo eh. Acute angle is less than 90 degrees. Or the bullet will produce an oval shape. Okay, pagdating po sa bullet, makikita nyo oval po ang shape kapag acute. With contusion collar, widest on the side of the acute angle. And contusion po is pasa. So, nagkakaroon po ng pasa somewhere here. Sa acute angle, nagkakaroon ng pasa ng purple. Widest on the side of the acute angle approach and the tendency of the bullet to deflect to another direction upon hitting the target. Yan. Ayan pala, pagka tumama yan ng acute angle, no? Halimbawa ito yung laman, acute angle tumama yung barrel, may tendency pa po na pag pumasok siya dito is ma-deflect siya. Halimbawa bones, no, there are circumstances na na-deflect pa po ni bone, instead na mawasak si bone, hindi ganun kalakasan ng ang tawag dito penetrating power when it comes to the bones, is na-deflect pa po, nagkaroon pa po ng another direction siya pagpasok sa laman. Pero kung malakas yan, diretso yan hanggang sa buto. Okay, ano pa? Part of the body. So syempre depende rin po kung anong parte ng katawan ang tatamaan. Kapag bony parts yan, and dito yan, involved in bullet hits at soft tissue. The bullet penetrates usually without any change in direction. However, upon hitting the bones and other hard body structures, the bullet may fracture to the bones. Pag sinabing fracture to the bones, nag-crack po yung bones, na sira yung bones, causing further injury and may deflect in another direction. Yan nga po sinabi ko. Halimbawa, medyo matigas kayo, buto nyo ninyo, no? Or malayo yung medyo malayo yung shooter sa inyo, may tendency po na mag-deflect din po. Deflect in another direction si bullet. Pero kung malapitan yan, probably fracture yan, no? Yung buto na nagkakaroon ng crack. Mas mahirap to actually. Mas matagal mag-heal ang fracture bones. Pero pag nag-deflect yan, ang tendency po. Bago tumama dito, either nag-slide siya o kaya nag-bounce talaga in another direction. Okay. So, bukod sa mga yan, hindi pa tayo tapos kay bullet. Hindi pa tayo tapos kay wound ballistics. So, bukod po sa mga yan, ito pa, wound ballistics. Ayun, nawala pa. Tapos kita mo, i-edit pa kita. Iyong. Okay. Bukod dun sa mga factors na naka-impluwensya sa entrance and exit wound. Ito naman po talaga ang wound ballistics. Dito pa lang, tandaan na. Itong part na to is the permanent cavity. Yung cavity, tandaan nyo lang po sa word na cavity, ito po yung opening or yung butas mismo. Dito permanent ang butas, yung inentrancean ng bullet. Ito temporary cavity ang tawag dito. Kasi itong area na to, pagpasok ni bullet, mag-expand or magkakaroon ng pressure dito banda. No? Ayan, yung pressure wave. Ibig sabihin, pupunta pa dyan, yung direction yan. And then afterwards, kapag kumalma na yung power ni bullet, the energy of the bullet, magko-close pa po yan. Pag yan nag-close, yun ang masakit dyan. Ito yung zone of injury and the direct injury. So of course, meron yan merong tumatagos. Okay. Wound ballistic, the study of the interaction of the wounding agents. So wounding agents po ang tinutukoy dyan is the projectile. Ano pa? The wound ballistic studies how a projectile creates the wound and causes the destruction of tissues by its movements on and after entering the body. It travels inside and exit from the body. Okay, as it travels inside and exit from the body. Hindi na So, question, entrance wound, alin daw dito po ang magi-indicate na may entrance wound. Isa-isahin ko lang saglit. So, ang sagot, nakalagay na yung red, the presence of soot, deposition, stippling, or burning around the entry site. Okay, bakit mali yung iba? Smooth circular margins with minimal surrounding tissue disruption. Kapag close range po, meron po yan. Hindi po magiging minimal surrounding tissue disruption. Inverted ang edges. Tama yung inverted edges na yan. Pero lacking any radial tears, yan ang hindi po tama na part dito sa letter C. Sa D, absence of any tattooing or smudging. Absence, kapag malapitan po, there is a probably tattooing, pero hindi lang po visible outside of the sa wound, but instead inside of the wound itself. Sinigwayan ko lang yung tanong na yon. Pa, 3 main mechanism of the injury caused by bullet. Yung epekto, 3 main na epekto ng wound caused by bullets. Una, lacerations, the injury produced by the bullets or its fragment along its path. Crush injury is proportional to the diameter of the bullet. Okay, sabi ko nga sa inyo, related yung laki ng sugat, of course, with the diameter of the bullet, also known as the caliber. Okay, laceration and crushing. Ito yung pagkahiwa. Pero ang ginamit na panghiwa is ang tawag dito, what's the term? Hindi siya sharp. Yes, unlike the so nakapag legal medicine na kayo, kapag knife ang gamit, sharp is yun yung cuts, no? Kapag laceration ang gamit blunt, if I'm not mistaken. Hindi siya blunt force So, ang gamit hindi matalim na bagay, no, na nag-cause ng pagkasugat. laceration. Ano pa? Cavitation. Cavitation, formation of the cavities. Cavities nga po ulit is yung opening o yung butas in the tissue caused by bullet's passage. Permanent cavity, ito po yung pinaglusutan ni bullet, and usually it measures 0.5 to 2 centimeters in diameter depende sa caliber ni bullet or sa laki ng bullet. No, at yan po talaga yung nagko-cause ng blood loss dahil sa opening, dahil permanent ang cavity na yan, no, there is a constant flow of blood galing dun sa sugat na nag-cause ni bullet. Temporary cavity is the radial stretching and displacement of tissue around the bullet's path due to the high pressure, shockwave, and kinetic energy transfer. Ayan nga po yung pansamantala lang nag-opening dahil dun sa shockwave na dala ni bullet. Ngayon, mas malaki yan compared sa bullet. Pwedeng 2 to 6 times larger or maybe up to 11 times larger than the size of the bullet. Okay? Ayan talaga ang pinaka nagkukos ng major destruction inside the tissue of the body. Ayan, especially in high velocity impacts, no? Pag-usapan din natin yung high velocity, medium velocity, and low velocity firearms. O kaya ito na, nabanggit na yung word. When the bullet yaws inside the body. Ang ibig sabihin po ng yaw is nagwawobble si bullet up and down paglabas ng muzzle. Or in this case, pagtama sa target. So again, una, laceration and crushing. Pangalawa, cavitation. Next, shockwaves. Okay? Shockwaves, a mechanical force that compresses the tissue, the trouble in front and along the side of the troubling bullet. Okay, yan po yung shockwaves. Sabi ko nga po sa inyo, kapag ang isang bullet, pag nakita yan sa shadow graph, meron po yung shockwave all around its area. And mas malakas yung sa part ng in front and sa side ng bullet. Okay. Next. Ito mga kailangan tandaan when it comes to entrance wound characteristics, no? Circular or oval. Ayan nga, sinabi nga natin, depending on the angle of the firearm that was shot towards the body, the wound or the entrance wound can be circular or oval. In most of the cases, keyhole wounds are formed by wobbling bullets. Keyhole wounds naman po ang tawag dahil dun sa yaw or wobbling bullets. Imagine niyo na lang po na kapag yung bullet nag-travel na po, yung nose na part niya or head part niya up and down. Yun po yung wobble or tawag dito, yaw. Diameter of the entrance hole is ordinarily less slightly than diameter of the projectile creating the hole. Okay, kung meron kang caliber 45, once it create a permanent cavity, mas maliit po dun. Bakit? Dahil sa bilis niya and then dun sa elasticity property ng ating skin. And tissue rather. Yun po yung nagkukos ng pagliit pa ng konti. Pagka natulak yan, mag-e-expand siya and then liliit pa po ng konti. Edges are compressed inward. Papasok ang laman pagka entrance wound. Okay, contusion ring, ayan po yung pasa nga po. Be found around in most of the time. The ring is dark red to bluish black depending on its age. Yeah. Okay, pwedeng dark red hanggang bluish black. Depende sa kung gaano nakatagal yung shot or yung wound. Gunshot wound. Next. Ano pa? Dirt or wipe ring is also a great indicator of an entry wound. Dirt or wipe ring, ito po yung yung dirt or wipe ring. Yung wipe ring, yan po yung yung GSR or gunshot residue na nasa bullet na kapag tumama sa tissue ng katawan natin is nawa-wipe o napupunas. Okay. Next, burning of skin and flesh or singeing of hair is caused when the shot is fired from a close range. Yung singeing, yung kapag ka nasunog yung buhok ninyo, tapos nagkabibilog-bilog, tapos lumiliit. Yun po yung singeing. Scorching also indicates entry wound. Yung may paso or may burned skin. GSR deposits are commonly seen from close range firing, and it also indicates entry wound. Presence of muzzle impression. Of course, kapag may muzzle impression or yung diniin yung muzzle na mainit dun sa wound, entrance wound din yan, probably. Sometimes the bullet carries GSR in their flight and through the barrel. Ayan na, yung sinabi ko sa inyo, pag ilang beses na ginamit yung barrel, meron pong gunshot residue na naiiwan in the barrel. And once na gamitin mo pa ulit to fire a bullet, that bullet will also be carrying some of that GSR as it travels from the muzzle, down the muzzle, and exiting, and upon hitting the target. Kaya isa siya sa magandang indicator ng entrance wound. Ano naman kapag exit wound? Kung kayo papipiliin kung anong gusto nyo, kung isa lang ba doon, piliin nyo yung may exit wound. Mas malaki ang survival nyo kung may exit wound dahil wala nang naiwang bullet inside the body. Pero kapag entrance wound lang, medyo fatal yan. They have no fixed shape. Kapag exit wound na po, kung sa entrance wound, oval or circular, sa exit wound, wala po ang fixed na shape. Okay? Kasi palabas na yung bullet, pwedeng nag-wobble sa loob, pwedeng nag-birik-birik pa sa loob, na magkakos ng ibang klaseng shape, at walang fixed shape. Eversion of the edges. Eversion means outside na pagtupi ng balat. Eversion of the edges. The direction of push or pressed out flesh. Indicate the exit wound. Presence of projectile fixed in the exit wound. Yan, isa pa. Hindi po siya nakatagos thoroughly. So, naiwan yung bullet. Nakita na yung bullet sa laman, pero palabas na, pero hindi pa siya nakalabas. Hindi pa umabot. Ayan, exit wound yun, malamang. Ito na po ang tanong, kapag ang bullet pumasok pero hindi nag-exit, penetrating wounds, penetrating bullet. Pagka tumagos ang bullet sa wound, perforating wound, meron siyang exit wound, perforating, penetrating. Isa sa mga SOP ng mga medical medical personnel or attending medical personnel ng PNP or BFP, kung ano man, na once there is a gunshot wound, una mong titingnan is kung nag-exit si bullet. Kasi kapag hindi yan nag-exit, medyo critical ang buhay niyan. Pero pag nag-exit yan, pwede nyo yan ma-first aidan at mapadali ang medical intervention sa mga may ganyang klaseng wound. Pero kapag kaya nasa loob, kailangan na ng agarang medical attention yan. Preferably surgery for taking out the bullet fragments or bullet inside the wound. Okay, that would be all for now. Any activities or any additional activities will be posted along with this video lecture in our Quipper class, and you can also give your questions or ready your questions. If in any case you want to ask urgently, you can ask in our GC, and I will be answering it as much as I can. That would be all for today. Thank you.